for some significance of the both dimensional kind. You enter a realm of spirit, of sight and sound and mind. Your radio is a cosmic doorway and your psyche begins to spark. When you tune in to Gary Anderson and Night Dreams After Dark.
The views, opinions, and representations expressed on the Night Dreams Talk Radio Network and its website are those of the hosts, guests, and participants, and are not necessarily those of or endorsed by the network, its affiliated stations and broadcasts, the management, other hosts, or advertisers of the network. The shows found on the Night Dreams Talk Radio Network can, but do not necessarily, promote any particular lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or condition or give any medical or legal advice. From our compound, from the West Coast to the East Coast to worldwide, both on the internet and terrestrial radio, you're listening to Gary Anderson on Night Dreams Talk Radio. After Dark.
And here I am. And it's Halloween. I almost said Thanksgiving again. I don't know what is wrong with me. But here it is, Halloween. The kids are going out and getting candy. Unless you're on the East Coast, then they should be done getting candy, and you should be raiding their bags of candy. Well, James and Sam, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I had no trick-or-treaters again this year.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Nobody showed up, huh?
Nobody showed up. But you know what's nice about that? I got a whole bunch of suckers to eat for the rest of the month.
You probably put a scary light up on the porch or something like that and kept them away.
No, we closed the gate to the farm. No, we didn't do that.
Okay. I thought maybe as a ploy just to keep all the candy.
Oh, I would never do that. You know, not to kids. So how's your guys' day going? James, how's yours?
Today was actually a typical average fall day for one of the very few we've had so far. It was a regular October, boring, overcast, rainy day.
And what was your temperature? You weren't hitting 70 today for a change?
No, we was only in the mid-50s.
Yeah.
So, nope.
It's only going to go down from here. You know that.
I know they're calling for colder weather this weekend. It's going to be a shell shock. I guess summer's over here.
Look at the bright side. You won't have to cut the grass anymore till spring.
I don't know. I was looking at today that this rain we got today kind of springed up. It might need one more. I'm going to try not to, though.
Well, you can always do what I do. Just, you know what? This works out really good because I only have a small bit of grass on my property, because of the horses and the goat and all that stuff. But you know what? If I don't water it during the summer, it doesn't grow very much. So, hey, and if it does grow, guess what? You just put the goat back there or the two horses back there. And it's the problem with the horses, though, they pull out by the roots. So you don't even have any grass at all after they're done eating.
You got a desert.
Oh, yeah. Well, Sam, how about you?
Yeah, busy day. Had to run into town, Tacoma.
Okay.
Take care of some business.
Okay.
And made my way back. And just been chilling out the past 3 hours. Been trying to put some thought into some really scary. I thought about the whole issue of scary stories. I said, I haven't thought about that in a while. And I always go back to old television shows. But we could talk about that in a few minutes.
No, I guess. And how about you, James? You got a scary story to start off the night?
Yeah, I got. I've got 30 years of them. I don't know. Pick a subject: mirrors, dolls. I don't know, whatever. But let's see. Well, here's one. A case I did just recently. Well, it was within the last 6 months or so. But anyway, get to the house, and there you can just. I mean, you don't have to be psychic or anything. You could just feel it. That you know how you just walk somewhere and like you could just feel something's not right. I don't know how to describe it, but anyway, get in there, and this house, crucifix flew off the wall and across the room. That's always kind of a red flag when you see these things happen. That's scary in itself. The evil that was there was mimicking. It was like mimicking the family member. So in other words, imagine you're sitting in bed, and your wife, comes in the room and says something to you, but she doesn't look quite right. And then you realize, wait a minute, that's not my wife. That's something else. So this was, there was a lot of mimicking like that going on. And these people were scared to death. So we're trying to find out what was going on there. I figured it out. And anyway, we get to the attic. I was doing a little house blessing there, and me and the husband go up in the attic. Now, the attic is one of those attics you can only access on the outside of the house. So you had to take a ladder and climb on this roof that had a real steep pitch to it. And he had a screw gun to unscrew this board to get in this attic, which already I'm like, that's scary enough because I'm thinking whatever's here is already mad at me. It doesn't like me here. It's going to push me off this roof. But anyway, we get inside. We got to go inside this attic. And he's going first. So he goes to reach for the light bulb, and the light bulb explodes before he ever pulls the string. It just explodes. It hasn't even been turned on or nothing. Okay, that's another red flag that, whatever's there is mad. It doesn't want you there. When you go somewhere and the light bulbs explode for no reason, these are all signs. So he turns to me, his face was all white, and he says, "Don't worry, there's another light bulb in there." I said, "Okay, go ahead in there and turn it on." So he did turn it on. So now we're in there and we're doing these. I'm doing the prayers and the blessings. And in the back of this attic, you got to watch because in between the 2x8s, you can't step or you'll fall through to the kitchen. But in between them is that shredded, insulation. So toward the back, I can see this beast-looking thing. It looked like the kid from Mask from Cher. All like giant head, had like spiky things on his face, ugliest, nastiest looking thing I've ever seen. As soon as I seen it, it looked at me, it turned, and when it turned, it spun like a tornado, and up came all this insulation with it. And the husband, he turned and he seen the back side of it. He didn't see the front side of it. He goes, "Oh my God, did you just see that?" And I said, "Yeah." And it went out between the roof and the floor, out of the attic. But that was one of the scariest freaking faces I've ever seen. And the husband, lucky he didn't see the face because he'd probably died and fell through the kitchen. I mean, it was just brutal. And that was that case. And then when we got down off there, I had holy water in my back pocket and a water bottle, had the lid on tight. And everybody went in the house. I'm out back trying to regroup myself from just, seeing that thing in the attic there. And I could feel something squeeze the bottle in my back pocket. I thought somebody was messing with me. I didn't think nothing of it. So I sit down in the chair to regroup myself, and I sat down. When I did, my whole backside got blessed with this holy water because the lid wasn't on it. Well, whatever was there took the lid off, was trying to make me empty all the holy water all over the place so I wouldn't have any. I can't prove that, but I mean, I know I put the lid on that holy water, put it on there tight. And it was just a whole series of events. That face, I can't just imagine that face from that kid in chair, but only evil looking with spikes, and it was just one of the ugliest, scariest things that I've ever seen. And that was, I don't know, that was back in May or June, May. So that's one little story that happened to me, and it was very got my attention. I got to tell you, there was a lot more went on there. It was mimicking doppelgangers, crucifixes flying. Light bulbs exploding. Got on a video of one of them connects. The spirit came and was like tapping me on my shoulder. And the funny part was I could feel it before I ever knew it was being filmed. And I says, "There's something tapping me on the shoulder," and you could see it on the video. It was, when I looked at it later, it was literally tapping me on the shoulder, which that kind of sends chills up your spines. But that's just one little event of one day of my life.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I could handle that. I just couldn't. I mean, this watching sci-fi is bad enough, let alone have stuff happen to you in real life. And then you have these experts from the universities saying, well, this stuff doesn't exist. Well, it does. You're living proof of it.
Oh, my goodness. I can say this much. Just because you don't believe in something does not make you exempt. I'm going to tell you right now. But you can believe what you want to believe and what you don't want to believe. But I can tell you that I've seen stuff that I can't explain, and I've tried to debunk. I always try to debunk everything. I just do. But and me and that husband in that attic, we both. Well, he didn't see the face. I'm glad he didn't see the face because I think it would have, because he was older. I think it would have really would have scared him. He'd had post-traumatic or something because I can't describe how ugly it was. It was, you can't unsee that. It was just rotten ugly. And it was mad. So imagine evil, ugly, but angry because we was evicting it. So, yeah, that was just one day last year.
Well, how many days like that last year did you have?
Oh, boy. I had 4 pretty heavy cases. Matter of fact, 2 or 3 of them maybe on TV. I don't know, but that's why I kind of laid off because they take a toll on you. My goodness, do they ever? There was another one. This one was last year, at the end of last year, and up near Cleveland. I was in this house and doing what I do, doing house blessing and stuff. And in the closet, the daughter's closet, there was a crawl space. I hate crawl spaces. They're always in these daggone crawl spaces. So I get in there, and I have to be on all fours getting this crawl space. And as soon as I walk in there, I'm all the way. Well, first of all, before we open the door to the crawl space, the wife is standing behind me and showing me where it is. And when we get in there, it has like this panel on it, like a 3x3 panel. And that panel blew off, but it didn't blow off. Whatever was in there kicked it out, like it with force, like it flew off there. And she just about faded. So I lied to her. I said it was just a draft. I knew it wasn't a draft, but I didn't want a lady to have a heart attack on me. So then I get in there, and as soon as I get in there, I stopped dead in my tracks because I could feel it. Man, you ever feel when somebody's beaming at you, like they're so mad and evil and so mad at you that they're staring at you so intensely, you could feel it across the room. This is what I could feel. So, and it was to my left. So I very, very slowly turned my head. And when I did, there it was, another ugliest. Imagine, it kind of looked like the guy from Jeepers Creepers. That face, that